It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's your Tuesday morning. So good to be hanging out with you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now, next up, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned that the world must take action in the next year to avert the disastrous consequences of runaway climate change. Now, there have been numerous ways in which people championing the cause have responded. And this morning, we are joined by one of those heroes, Sven Fautley, who has set himself the challenge of cycling the Cape Town Cycle Tour route 20 times to raise awareness. And he joins us right now on the count. Sven, thank you very much for joining us, my friend. It's awesome to have you, man. That is quite the challenge. That is quite the challenge, man. I've done the cycle tour a number of times already, and it's tough. But 20 times, I don't know, man. Would you consider yourself like a top cyclist at all? I mean, give other cyclists some hope, maybe.
I've done the cycle tour 15 times, but that's with a year break in between, but not not 24 hours.
What personally, I think for you, gave rise to this challenge?
Well, personally, I was considering last year was coming to the end of the year, and I was thinking this is going to be the last year of this decade. And the climate change issue is still hovering over our heads, and we haven't really done anything concrete to avert it.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, 2020 is the year. It's coming up, new decade, and we need to do something. And I thought, what can I do? And I thought, well, I'm a cyclist. I could cycle the tour. But then I thought, well, everybody does that. But nobody does it 20 times. So I thought, if I did it in 20 times in 20 days, then that will highlight the 2020 idea.
Sure. And have you completed the number now, or where are you currently?
I've completed 14. So the last 2 weeks I've been doing it every day.
Okay, and then Sunday gearing up for the big day, of course.
Yeah, well, I'll be pretty well trained by the time we get there, I'm sure.
I'm sure, man, I'm sure. Listen, what do you hope to get out of this challenge by aligning yourself with the UN's mission statement of, global warming and climate change? What would you like to see as a response to your challenge?
I'd like to get people that see me and notice what I do to actually think about their impact, their personal impact. Because there's a lot governments can do, but there's also a lot we can do personally, because we're the ones causing all the output and stuff. So it would really be useful.
Absolutely, and I think, like you rightly said, I mean, it's all good and well, you have government authorities talking about this, but it comes down to us as the individual. In terms of the training, my man, how do you approach something like this? I mean, is it simply a matter of just getting on your bike and going, or have you needed to done provisional prep going into it? Because 20 times, man, it is a tough route as it is.
Yeah, I was thinking about that myself, and I was thinking I could maybe train and stuff like that. But I was thinking it's like cycle touring, which I started 10 years ago. 10 years ago was my final cycle tour as well.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. So people ask me, how do you train for cycle touring? And the answer is that you don't.
Yeah.
You just do it.
That's
you just get on the bike and you ride.
Easy as that. Easy. Does the route pose different challenges at this stage? Obviously, taking a look at the cycle tour route that you've been doing, but now obviously Sunday there will be barriers in place, there will be road closures in place. I mean, what are some of the challenges that you face so far?
The freeways are not always accessible, so so I have to go along Main Road just to get out to sort of Simonstown area in Muizenberg.
Yeah.
But once I'm there, I basically follow the cycle tour route around the Cape. So it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah.
It's just the normal traffic, but I'm used to traffic. I've been cycling since the mid-90s in Cape Town. So.
No, that's perfect, man. So we're going to get a little bit of a tips from you in terms of, the cyclists going on out on the road on Sunday. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and thank you for your contribution as well. Yeah. I'm sure that people's going to be taking note, and we'll also find out exactly how you can support Sven throughout this challenge, cycling that cycle tour route 20 times. He's going to be back on his bike in just a bit. Stick around.